So, good morning, everyone. Today's class is about how to select a material for certain product. So, although we require various things like properties, whether it is suitable for that particular application, whether it is easy to manufacture or not, but most importantly, what we do is we do cost versus property analysis for any product, and for choosing any material for that product, cost versus property analysis is must. So for any application, let's say for any application, the most critical performance requirement is tensile strength. Sometimes it may be compressive strength, it may be fatigue strength, it may be impact strength, or creep, or maybe a combination of various things. But let's say for our application, tensile strength is primarily required. And if tensile strength is the determining factor, then let's say we have various choices of materials, material A and material B. So then this weight required by different material of choice are determined to have same tensile strength values. Let's say suppose our material A and B have been selected for comparison. Okay, material A and material B. There are two materials we have selected, and let's say the tensile strength of material A is sigma A and tensile strength of material B is sigma B. Density of material A is rho A and density of material B is rho B. Similarly, the cross-section area is A and for B it is AB. Now this member, this product, which is basically designed for taking the tensile strength, let's say it has been subjected to a force P, tensile load P. Then cross-sectional area required by material A will be AA equals to P by sigma A. And for material B, the cross-sectional area required will be P by sigma B. Let's also consider that the cross-section of this material is circular. Okay, so for material A, we can write D A square is equal to 4P over pi sigma A. Similarly, for material B, we can write dB square is equal to 4P over pi sigma B. Okay, the D is diameter of this cross section. So we can write dA over dB is equals to under root sigma B over sigma A. Let's say we require this particular length which is fixed. We cannot change in many applications because the dimensions remain fixed and we cannot change the length. What we can do is that we can change the D. D is variable, diameter is variable, but length is fixed. In most of the tensile load applications, this happen. So for equal length L, the weight ratio can be written as WA over WB, which is again equals to weight क्या हो जाएगा density into volume. So density multiplied by pi by 4 dA square into L divided by rho B into pi by 4 dB square into L. So this will give you square over dB square is nothing but sigma B over sigma A. So this is the weight ratio. Okay. Let's say the cost per unit weight of material A is CA and for material B is CB. Okay. This is what cost per unit. Per unit में kg भी हो सकता है, ग्राम भी हो सकता है. You can just take. So CA and CB are the cost per unit weight. Then the ratio of total material cost TA and TB कितना हो जाएगा? Let's say TA is total material cost for material A and TB is the total material cost for material B. So this will become CA multiplied by weight WA divided by CB multiplied by weight WB. And WA over WB is nothing but CA rho A sigma B over CB rho B sigma A. Now here you can see if this ratio TA over TB is greater than 1, then TA over TB is greater than 1. It will mean that TA is a costly option. Okay. And then material B should be selected. If TA over TB is less than 1, then material A is good option, and then it should be selected. So this is total cost versus property analysis. Similarly, let's say if a material is designed for bending stiffness, okay, then what will be there? Let's say if the material is designed for bending stiffness. In the first case, it was designed for tensile strength. Let's say if material is designed for bending stiffness. फिर टोटल कॉस्ट रेशियो क्या हो जाएगा? TA over TB, which is nothing but CA into weight A over CB over weight B, and further simplifying this, CA over CB weight ratio will be sigma A over sigma B. And if you remember, in the first case, it was sigma B over into sigma B over sigma A, because the tensile strength was primarily requirement. Here again, the primary requirement is bending stiffness, and bending stiffness is can be derived to be a ratio of elastic modulus to the power 1 by 3. ये कैसे हुआ? If you remember deflection formula, so deflection formula is PL cube by 48 EI for simply supported beam, है ना? ये शायद आपने स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल कोर्स में पढ़ा होगा. एंड स्टिफनेस क्या होता है? EI जो होता है वो बेंडिंग स्टिफनेस होता है, इज इक्वल टू EBIB, है ना? तो हमको इस प्रॉपर्टी की रिक्वायरमेंट है. और I क्या होता है? इज BH क्यूब बाई 12. ओके. और अगर यहाँ से आप देखें तो हम लिख सकते हैं फॉर मटेरियल BHB जो हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा HA इंटू EA ओवर EB टू द पावर 1 बाई 3. तो इसलिए हम लिख सकते हैं वेट A ओवर वेट B जो होगा वो होगा नथिंग बट सिग्मा A HA over sigma B HB, which is nothing but sigma A over sigma B into EB over EA to the power 1 by 3. Okay, this is what I had written earlier. Is this clear to you? Similarly, you can also design it for various other kinds of stress, other kind of strength, like impact, maybe compressive, or maybe creep. Similar formulas can be derived. So this was all about this course. So I'm finishing this course today. In the next class, you have a DOM lab exam. And in the next week, on the next Thursday, you will have MWNM exam.